this is a Class B. We're doing a pre-trip inspection in the dump truck. We just did the inside. Now we're going to the outside. We got to make sure that we undo the latches. We walk to the front of the truck. I'm going to say all my lenses are securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing, proper color, clean and clear. Underneath the truck, I don't have any hanging wires. There's no puddles of fluids. The truck, front to back, side to side, it's sitting level. Now I'm going to do my 3 points of contact. I'm going to open up the hood on this long nose. Now remember, the pre-trip is done on one side, but on this particular truck, I have my coolant reservoir is on the right side. So I'm going to say my coolant reservoir, because it's part of my fluid levels. And there's three things to the fluid levels. I got my coolant reservoir securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. My cap is tight and sealed. There's like a little looking glass there. I can see by the little glass that it's at the proper level. The hoses from the coolant reservoir, they're securely mounted. No cuts, no tears, no leaks. I'm going to come around to this side. These dump trucks are engineered a little bit differently. So this right here is my power steering reservoir. So my power steering reservoir, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. It's at the proper level, right? There's no leaks coming from my power steering reservoir. Also, the hoses from the power steering reservoir are securely mounted. No cuts, no tears, no leaks, no missing hardware. The dipstick on these trucks, you got where you fill the oil on the left, and the dipstick is right there on the right. The dipstick is also securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no leaks coming from the dipstick. How would I check the oil level? I'm going to pull out the dipstick. I'm going to wipe it clean. I'm going to reinsert it. And I'm going to pull it back out, and I'm going to make sure it's at the proper level. The next thing on my list is my fluid and air leaks. What leaks fluid and air? Well, the engine and the transmission, which is underneath the body of the truck. So I got my engine and transmission, right? It's securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. All my hoses and connections from my engine and transmission. There's no missing hardware. The hoses, no cuts, no tears, no leaks. Everything is securely mounted. I don't see any fluid leaks anywhere. I don't hear any audible air leaks coming from any of my airlines. The next thing on the list is my power steering, the gearbox, and my linkage, right? The linkage. I got my gearbox securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, no missing hardware. The gearbox has no leaks. The hoses from the gearbox are also securely mounted, no cuts, no tears, no leaks, no missing hardware, right? The linkage, 5-piece steering linkage. My 5-piece steering linkage is also securely mounted. The arms and rods, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. My arms and rods, the joints, right? My joints are not loose or worn, and there's no missing hardware, such as the castle nuts and pins, right? The joints, and there's a joint right back there, right? There's no missing castle nuts and pins. The next thing on the list, we're going for our tire. We have the inside the top and then the outside of the tire, securely mounted to the rim. No cuts, no tears, no leaks. The top of the tire, there's no exposed wires. The tire has 430 seconds or more of tread depth. I checked that with a tread depth gauge. Also, my tire has a proper inflation. I would check that with an air pressure gauge. I would check the air pressure at my valve stem. My valve stem is also securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no, the cap is present, and there's no leaks coming from my valve stem. The next thing on the list is my rim. My rim, inside and outside of the rim, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no illegal welds on the rim. The rims, the bolt holes of the rims have no distortions. Correct? And then the next thing on the list is you got the lug nuts and studs. My lug nuts and studs. Lug nuts and studs. They're all securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no missing lug nuts or studs. There's no missing hardware. There's no shiny treads on the studs, and there's no rust trails coming from both, right? If there's rust, that means they're loose. The next thing on the list, they're gonna make us go back into the engine compartment. We have spring mounts, front and back. Spring mounts, front and back. My leaf springs, my U-bolts, and then right here, the shock absorber. So I got spring mounts, front and back, my leaf springs, my U-bolts, and my shock absorber. They're all securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no, all my hardware on all four of them, it's tight and secured. The leaf springs themselves are not shifted or missing. And my shock absorber, I can see by the side, there's no leaks coming from my shock absorber. The next thing on the list is my brake lines and hoses. My brake lines and hoses. They're securely mounted. No cuts, no tears, no leaks. All my hardware is present. The brake lines and hoses supply air to my brake system. The next thing they were checking for is your brake contamination, right? My brake contaminants, my brake drum, and my brake shoes. Right, brake drum, let me see, and the brake shoe down there. My brake drum and my brake shoes. They're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no contamination of fluid, oil, and grease in between. Right, so now when I come out to here, I give myself a quick, I stop for a moment to make sure that I didn't miss anything. I don't think I missed anything as of yet. So now the next thing on the list is the side of the vehicle. What are we checking for on the side of the vehicle? We're checking for our lenses and reflectors if it has some. All my lenses and reflectors on the truck and the dump body, they're all securely mounted, right? Securely mounted. Not broken, not cracked, not missing. They're the proper color and they're clean and clear. The next thing on the list is my traffic monitoring devices. All right, which are my mirror and brackets. My mirror and brackets. My mirror and brackets are also securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no missing hardware, and my mirrors are clean and clear. The next thing on the list is my fuel tank and def tank. This truck does not have def, but if it did, I would say my fuel tank and my def tank. They're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. right? There's no leaks coming from my tank. There's no leaks coming from my hoses, which are also securely mounted. No cuts, no tears, no leaks. The cap on the top of my tank is present and tight, and the chain is present. The caps are tight and sealed, right? Next thing on the list is my battery box. My battery box, it opens and closes. It's also securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. All my cables and connections on my batteries have no cuts, no tears. There's no exposed wires. On the connections themselves, there's no corrosion. And from the batteries, there's no leaks coming from the batteries. The next thing on the list is my frames, right? The frame on my truck and my cross members, right? Frame and cross members on my truck and the dump body. My frames and cross members on the truck and dump body. They're both securely mounted, not broken, not cracked. There's no missing hardware anywhere. There's no missing cross members on the, you can't see nothing here inside the frame. And there's no missing cross members on the dump body, right? There's no broken welds anywhere. There's no broken welds on my dump body. And I have no holes in the dump trailer itself, right? So now we're gonna come out over here. Side of the truck. There's no DOT tape here, but I'm gonna tell him that he could put DOT tape on the side, but right now I have all my DOT tape, my reflective tape, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, no cuts, no tears. It's all the proper color and it's clean and clear. On the back of the dump body, we have all my lenses on the back of the truck, securely mounted, not broken, not cracked, not missing, proper color, clean and clear. All right, folks, that's how you do a pre-trip inspection on a dump truck. So thank you for tuning in. Please like this video, share this video. Thank you.